The elite cultivators sit in peaceful caves, elegantly absorbing the spiritual energy of the universe to cast world-shattering spells. Now imagine rejecting all of that, to take a path that involves bathing in boiling toxic herbs, getting repeatedly beaten with iron rods, and intentionally breaking your own bones just to rebuild them stronger. Welcome to Body Cultivation Hurts, Rise of the Body Cultivator, the gritty, hilarious, and deeply satisfying progression fantasy by Apollos Thorne. If you love the physical tank trope, the sheer masochism of body refinement, and the unadulterated dopamine hit of watching a squishy spellslinger get absolutely dismantled by a guy who just walks through their ultimate attack, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in the body-refining subgenre, blending grueling physical progression, brutal combat, and the sheer, unapologetic joy of becoming an indestructible juggernaut. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist realizing that the traditional path of chi cultivation is either closed to him or just not his style, forcing him to embark on the legendary, agonizing, and often mocked path of body cultivation. The title isn't just a suggestion, it's a warning. The atmosphere is thick with the smell of medicinal blood, the crack of shattering bones, and the relentless ticking clock tension of a cultivator who has to endure physical torture just to gain a single stat point. Thorne excels at capturing the grueling blue-collar reality of physical refinement, making every drop of sweat, every torn muscle, and every agonizing breakthrough feel like a massive, hard-earned victory. At the core of the book's addictive appeal is its brilliantly crunchy, highly logical approach to physical progression and the hilarious contrast it creates in combat. This isn't about meditating to unlock a new spell, it's about pushing the human body past its absolute biological limits. Watching the protagonist min-max his physical stats, temper his flesh to be harder than divine steel, and learn to shatter magical shields with his bare fists is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral, bone-crunching impact of the combat to life, making the sickening thud of a fist meeting a magical barrier, and the protagonist's sarcastic, pain-fueled internal monologues feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the stats and the physical conditioning, the soul of Body Cultivation Hurts lies in its protagonist's sheer, unbreakable willpower and the hilarious reactions of his peers. While the geniuses of the sect are busy complaining about the spiritual impurities in their pills, our protagonist is casually bench-pressing boulders and laughing off lethal poison. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as his friends and enemies watch him subject himself to absolute torture, only to realize in sheer terror that he is slowly becoming an unkillable monster. Their unbreakable respect for his insane work ethic provides a deeply emotional anchor, proving that true strength isn't just about talent, it's about how much pain you're willing to endure. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. The protagonist is forced into a spectacular, high-stakes confrontation against a highly arrogant, heavily gifted chi cultivator who relies on flashy, long-range magical arts. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical physical dominance, overwhelming durability, and raw, unbridled aggression. The genius unleashes their ultimate heaven-shaking spell, only for the protagonist to simply walk through the blast wave, shrug off the damage, and deliver a single earth-shattering punch that completely shatters the local power scaling. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves body cultivation hurts, but it makes you the undisputed king of the battlefield. Body Cultivation Hurts, Rise of the Body Cultivator, is a triumph of the cultivation and progression fantasy genres. It is gritty, hilarious, and unapologetically addictive. Apollos Thorne has crafted a novel that perfectly captures the thrill of trading elegant magic for pure, unadulterated physical supremacy. Plug in your headphones, wrap your hands in bandages, and join the protagonist. The chi cultivators have their spells, but he's got fists of iron and a pain tolerance that defies the heavens.